Alright guys, this is another real quick video. I'm here. I'm making 3 today actually. We've covered a lot of things today actually. I've covered gun control and drug control. I mean, how they are contradictory and the Republicans' beliefs and the liberals too. I've covered gays and the Republican Party, you know, and how Republicans are kind of like, you know, that dick themselves off in that regard as far as treating them poorly when they deserve certain things. But that's besides the point. It's neither here nor there. You know, we've covered a lot of ground. I'm gonna cover one last thing today. We've got abortion right here. Okay. I don't agree with abortion. I'm a Christian, but I don't think that we should tell people they can't have it. Now, this Gosnell thing going on in Philly, that's crazy. I mean, this guy's, when there's another living thing that's outside of this living being, it's its own living thing now. Once it's its own living thing, there's no disputing that it's not okay what he did. It's reprehensible, and even if you look at the left, even the people that are liberals are backing away from this dude. Like, whoa, hey, I don't know him. Him? No, I don't know. I didn't come here with him. No, I'm on the list, but he's not. He's the +1, but they will never admit it. It's like that they're backing away. They know what he did is evil. And I think also, you know, we could say like nothing in the third trimester either. That's for sure. Because most things in the third trimester, I mean, they talk to nurses and like the prenatal care, like intensive care units. I mean, they can save babies, a lot of them in the third trimester, so depending where they are exactly. I mean, that's kind of like it's crazy, you know. I mean, so if you can, if you can, I mean, if it's still something that's potentially able to live on its own, I would say that's okay. But first, second trimester abortions, I mean, come on, it's like you gotta back up from this one. It took me a long time to come to this because, and what did it was I thought about how our beliefs on abortion as Christians is a very religiously based belief. It's very faith based. You know, we believe life begins at conception, right? Now, bear with me here. Since that's a faith-based belief, if you legislate that into law that first and second trimester abortions are illegal and nobody can have them, or they can only have them in these certain cases that you've okayed, are you not imposing your religious morality that they are not obligated to have because we have freedom of religion onto them? Are you not projecting that to them? You are, aren't you? So here's your side of that. You know, it's like at the same time, as much as I don't think we can pass a law against it. I don't think morally with the Constitution we can. We can't stand solid in the Constitution in other areas if we're gonna compromise it in that regard. I don't think they should get any funding from us. If I and you don't agree with it, don't give it my money. I don't want to pay for it. I don't like it. But you know what though? I'm never gonna tell you you don't have the right to do it because you know what? I'm not God. I'm not gonna judge you. I think it's wrong, but that's between you and him. Remember that, Christians. God, somebody will judge them. If they don't ask for forgiveness before they die, they will be dealt with. It's not for you to do. But the point is also, too, that when you fight this issue real hard, the abortion issue, you give them a tool against us. When we don't want abortions, what are we now? We're the people that don't want them to have them in a clean room. We want them to go into alleyways with doctors with coat hangers and have it done and have them get infections and die. So all of a sudden, you have given somebody an opening to liken you to a alley abortionist with a coat hanger ripping fetuses out between girls' bloody legs for a little bit of cash on the side. And you look like a monster. Don't ever give somebody the chance to make you look like a monster. Especially for something so fucking stupid. I mean, it's like breaking the Constitution, legislating your morality onto somebody. That's ridiculous. How could you even fall for that one? The other thing too is that you want to talk about like, well, how the society's going downhill because of it's like babies out of wedlock, you know, premarital sex. I mean, but here's the deal: is that you want to change people over. Show them through your actions. I said this before in the you know, in the video right before this, I had a little bit of religion in it. You want to make people change. You can't legislate social change. You'll just make more people resent you. You can't force people like that. You have to make them want what you have. And that's the peace that God gives us and the blessings He gives us through living a life through Him. And if you do that and you have a good life that you live through Him and based on His Word, guess what? People will listen to you and people will want to ask you why you're so happy. And then you can tell them about Christ at that point. But you can't ever get there if they hate your guts because you're legislating your morality on them, and you're trying to tell them what to do, and then the other party built this whole fake war on women out of nothing because of it, and you look like a jackass. I'll never get that far. I'm just saying. Just saying. So there you go. It's a good abortion argument. I think, God is the judge of things. In America, there's freedom, so people have the freedom not to agree with you as much as they do to agree with you. As much as they have the freedom of religion, as much as they have the freedom to not have religion. I mean, it's like, you can't, it's America, it's a great thing, but we can't all be the same, we never will be, so we shouldn't try to make others like us, and we shouldn't try to push our morality into others, as long as they don't bring what they're doing onto our doorstep and make my kids see it, and make the whole world deal with their stuff, crap, whatever, then guess what? You can't tell them what to do. You have to accept them as another human being on this earth, another sentient being with the rights to do as it pleases, okay? So this is Chuck Burns for America signing out, remember? Hashtag that on Twitter. I no longer consent if you don't agree with the government what it's doing. All the Benghazi stuff and killing seals and letting seals, not killing them, but letting seals die on rooftops in third world countries. If you don't agree with what our government's doing, you think you're paying too many taxes and you don't like that and you want to say something, tweet that. Tweet it with why you don't consent. I no longer consent and why. And then tweet after that what you're going to do about it. Because we can all sit and talk to each other on the internet all day and it's pat each other in the back saying, oh yeah, you're a good patriot. But unless you do something, eventually one day they're going to come to our doors. When they come to our doors to get our guns and us, it'll be too late then. We want to pick the time and places of our battles, not let them. Issues like this, we were talking about, abortion, things like that, we're letting them direct the arguments in the issue. And we have to start directing the way this turns out, because we're being used as pawns right now, and I don't think I like being a pawn. I don't think you do, so let's get together and get this right. Thanks for watching my channel. Thank you for giving me your time today, because you know what? It's a precious thing, and I nor nobody can give it back to you, so thank you for spending it with me.